They like to put me in a spot. But the point of it is, I believe the thief was a Jew, and the reason why the thief was a Jew, he told the disciples, first, remain in Jerusalem until you get powers from on high to do the job. You understand what I mean? So the thief would have still been a Jew. The Gentiles had to come after because they have to start in Jerusalem. The thief tells us as Christians, start in Jerusalem. It means start in your place where you live. You don't come and preach and you're going outside to preach one time and you never hear you and they know you're a Christian. You start from here. Start in Jerusalem. So if we go, or they could argue, or they could fight, or they could stone me, it has to be the thief on the cross. He said, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. That's where I get paradise from. There was a place for that thief to go. Are you understanding? So that thief is the first one who went. I want to see the two differences in them. That thief went into Abraham's bosom, as Jesus explained in a parable about the beggar who went into Abraham's bosom, right? And the rich man, the beggar and the rich man. Brother, and the rich man went in there. The thief on the other side went to hell. So that is where I believe. So I taken 15 marks. You get 19. Hush now. Yeah. You only mic? You see that is for when we meet outside. That's when we meet outside, we argue that, right? Yeah. But, brethren, so if that's the case, the question I'm asking is, when did the Gentiles come in? The Gentiles, that's why someone say Cornelius at the beginning. So then all could fight about the thief, is that Jew or Gentile. I believe the thief was a Jew. But the point of it is, before that, we have, you understand? Before that, we had no place. So the law was not even for, the law couldn't help us. The law could not help us because we are Gentile. So I could be a Gentile and obey the whole law. God had not me in the book. God gave me that this morning. I said, oh, you know, that it's common sense, but I didn't think of it. So, if that's the case and God brings us in after grace, after the thief on the cross, God bringing the Gentile, then how come we could jump in and say we could follow the law? Yes? I see you do that. Did you or did you not do that? You didn't? I was my case. Right. Listen. It's when the Gentile came in after the law was not given to the Gentile, then we were not made to obey the law. Because even when the Gentile tried to obey the law as a righteous person, God did not bring him into it. And God bring who he wants. Could he but say to the potter, why you make me like this? The Bible says, who is we to say God made one for honor and one for dishonor? God made, you see how you can bring it when you walk? God made Pharaoh. It's right there in your Bible. It's showing you. God made Pharaoh. And God made Moses. And God tell Moses, go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Who God made? God made Moses. And he made Pharaoh. And he tell Moses, go and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. So who is Pharaoh? And nobody? Yes! And nobody. That is why after he done say that, he turned around now knowing Moses coming to tell Pharaoh that, he turned around and the Bible said, God, what made Pharaoh? All you hear that? God hardened Pharaoh heart that he will not believe Moses. What kind of God is serving for you? I want you to think what I say. Let me say it again. God tell Moses to go to Pharaoh and tell Pharaoh, I say, let my people go. Moses said, I can't talk so good, but you never go. And Aaron will be a mouthpiece. You go. And now you know and tell Moses, tell Pharaoh. He can't Pharaoh that Pharaoh definitely will not accept what Moses said. We will call that a waste of time. Not so? Yeah. We call it a waste of time. Did Pharaoh listen to him at all? No. No. Right down to the end when Pharaoh lost his son. When he lost his son, he tell him, go. Where did he go? But when they leave, he begins to think, wait a minute, if I send all these people away, who could do the work of the servants or the slaves here? So he decided to go after them. So all the pressure he meet, and he lost his son in it, still. They let him go. But God made Pharaoh, and the Bible said, God made Pharaoh to dishonor. I'm preaching Bible. Was Pharaoh a human being or mice? Or? So it's telling me that God made Pharaoh to be bad. You understand what I'm saying? And Moses to be good. And Moses do wrong by disobeying God. And God still take him into heaven. Because Moses and Elijah appear to Jesus. So it means definitely Moses went to heaven. And Elijah went to heaven. And don't you see that? Well, I think Bible put that way for that God, that when the disciples looked to see God speaking and Jesus speaking to Moses and Elijah. Tell me now, who tell the disciples that Moses and Elijah? Will they ever think these things? Who told the disciples that them two people they see talking to Jesus was Moses and Elijah? The Spirit. The Spirit. Now, as I'm getting ready to close, being we were not given the law. The law was given to the
Jews.
What the scripture said. The law was given to the Jews. It was not given to us. Then you cannot put, you understand this now, you cannot put the burdens that the Jews had under the law on the Gentiles. So because the Jews was told, do not eat any animal with something to move. What is it? Cloven? Whatever. Right? So the Jews dare not eat it. Because it is written in their law, not commandment, but it is written in their law. I'm not under that. So he told the Jews, want to make sure they keep the Sabbath and keep it holy and do no work on the Sabbath. I was not under that. So I cannot now today go back and obey the old commandments.
That's right.
You know that obey? And you say we ain't obeyed it. It's washing of the feet. That one, and when you come over here, all that is New Testament. And we ain't doing it. So we just as stubborn as the Jews. Are you listening? I am bring up Old Testament with even tithes. It was something to the Old Testament. I cannot read in the New Testament, and in the Bible, in the New Testament, you wouldn't find it. But Pastor, they come share me Matthew, Mark, John. I don't care in Matthew, Mark, and John. That was not the New Testament. The New Testament started at the new beginning of this new happening in the book of Acts, chapter 2. That was the new beginning. So Jesus came in the Old Testament and Jesus obeyed every law. That when he come and tell him, how could you heal his man on the Sabbath? He tried to show him, if you have an ass, excuse me, I don't keep. And it fall into the ditch on the Sabbath day. Will you not go and take it off? Or you will wait? You are showing them that there's nothing wrong in doing good. Even on this day, it's just those fellas never understood it. So, brethren, how do I live then and please God? By faith. Did not your Bible tell you, see if it's making sense now? Did not the Bible tell you? In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, I will write my law, which part? Upon your heart. He is seeing what is going to happen. I now will write my law on their heart and put it, which part? In their mind. So then by instinct, I will know what is wrong. So when I say I want my pork, I want my pork. Instinct tells me there is nothing wrong with the pork. But the Jews now under the law will know that is wrong. But I am not a Jew.
That's right.
You is circumcising this man. Are you on him? Are you understanding? Because didn't they come in the New Testament and say that all who are non-Jews, because they were supposed to be circumcised, and they say that there, and then Paul had to make them understand, or just stop doing harm to yourself.
That's right.
Because they were not Jews. We can't make something true. So then, instinct. I look at the dog. Look at everything. I watch the dog. I watch the pups. The dog now brings forth the pups. The eyes are closed. And she leaves them in their place of birth. And she goes out to look for food. If you observe like I do, the pups will be sleeping on top, all over, all the head on top of one another, and sleeping.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they go shake, start, they go start. They're seeing it, and they pick up the scent and the mother come in.
Yeah.
They know the scent. And from the time the mother reaches in there, they start, listen, 1 day old, they start feeling what they're going for, the breast.
Yeah.
Instinct. All you instinct, you know. Where did they learn it? Okay, what about? Listen. The bird lay the eggs. Okay, let me leave the bird. I have too much to say. The tortoise, the tortoise that they kill when they come up here to hatch them. Right? On the beach. Right? Wherever, up Mature, wherever it is. When the tortoise is tortoise with us? Tortoise. So what the tortoise? Right, the turtle. I know they want to use your food. When the turtle dig its hole and it lay plenty eggs and it cover it back up and it gone back down into the sea. When did those turtles get the knowledge that when that egg break, start digging up and not down? That's once. They're all coming up. From the time they come up, they turn all around. Why they didn't head to the forest? I look at them, when I look at this, I'm looking for this thing and I look at it. They all turn to the water and they start heading with speed. Who tell them to run? Why they can't walk as slow they talk? They run it because they don't know anything, telling things find out to pick them up. Where did they learn it from? They didn't get it from the mother. The mother laid the egg and
That's right.
So when he put it in our mind, instinct will tell us
Right.
what we're doing, is it wrong or right?
Right.
And the instinct will act as the Holy Ghost. They're telling you what you did is wrong, or what you're doing is right, or do this, or don't do that. That is where the law is in our mind, it is in our mind, and it is written in our hearts. We don't live it. I didn't know how to explain that. I used to say, I don't think, I want to live the law. Before I try and I'm going to mess up it. But no, I don't live it. It lives in me, and I'm right.
Yeah, that's right.
Naturally speaking, we could eat all food as long as we bless it. You know what I'm talking about? To be wise, that's the only thing. Do not eat any food offered to idols. Be wise. That's all. Why? Because you will eat it as something offered to a wood, or a stone, or a post. Because you know better. But your weaker brother looking at you, seeing it eaten, he will accept it as you have been blessed by ram. So ram? Ram? You understand what I mean? So they eat it exactly like how you say the communion. How are you? There's a difference between two and them.
Yeah.
So a weak brother could get catch in this, so don't eat it at all. In the end, don't tell me no, I think. No, I was when I came to my mind this morning, my mind run back on the thing with Lila. You know with Leah. And my boss, remember I was about a week old Christian and they waited on me every day, and then that time came. Leah is innocent. She was a young girl about 18 years working in the store. When I said that they are going to come down and meet them, and for me time was right because when I come down there, it was your mother enough, it was on a Tuesday. And when I reached by the store closed. I want to see her after so many years. Right? But she was a girl in the store. The boss was a Presbyterian and they were Hindu. So the girl just thinking, as they do the prayers, yeah. Joe talking about God.
Yeah.
So it's just like let me carry some for him.
Yeah.
So when we are there and we read face to face, she said, look, I'm going this way. I said, what is that? She said, well, what else going for herself? So one thing began to go through my mind. I have a problem now. Now every morning, they're Hindu, the whole workplace of them Jews Muslims, and all of them come to hear me preach before I go to work back. I said, if I don't take it, I start to think of anything telling me some problem here. The boss is watching. If I take it, this is how I look at it. It is nothing. I'm thinking, and then I could continue talking to her. She will listen. If I don't take it, she could be offended and say, well, if he want our thing, I don't want his thing, and I could lose that soul. That is when I used to think differently, like what I was a teacher. I began to think it in that way. And so I have it all in my hand, and she's there waiting, and the boss said, you can't eat that. You can't eat that. I have my Bible, but you can't eat that. And I'm thinking of it. And hear what I said? I said I could open it and bless it, and then he said, I open it and I bless it, and I ate it, and I continue preaching. When I go home, I begin to cry. But I used to cry. That the boss is showing me something. Is he right or is he wrong? I gone before God. Because I told them plain that morning, it was offered to nothing. It's a stone. She's listening. She's listening. I said, now that I've asked my God to bless it, it bless. Now I was right in what I'm saying, but I'm wrong in wisdom. You understand what I mean? I was wrong in wisdom. So if I had to choose today, I would have chosen not to. Because I know better now, if the spirit calls you, she'll come and look away. So I don't have to try to win you over.
That's right.
I want to tell me that you could talk to them, and here you got to scripture they go. So the weak become as you, that I might gain the weak, but it's not that you're licorice. But if I scripture, the weak become a weak, that I might gain the weak. Are you listening? So we don't find ourselves in trouble. We ain't taking trouble for nobody. Nobody will help to put a mind in hell. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But does it have an effect? And the Bible tells us this. One person believes that they could eat some meat. And one people believe that they could eat all meats. Anybody tell that? But the point in it is we use wisdom at it, so we don't even though now they tell us they didn't offer that. There's a couple that get to the God and they offer the whole area is like that. So you don't get involved in it at all. Interesting. So I stopped as a young 2 weeks Christian thinking we didn't know nothing about that. We didn't know nothing about that. I used to pick out, they had raisins in it. I used to pick out the raisins before and eat it. I didn't like this stuff. That's why I like the raisins. So you pick in between. Eating the raisins and then I throw away the balance. But now I don't understand. You could love raisins as you want, but you want, bite in the go street. You understand? Because I understand. Don't partake of it for wisdom's sake.
Yes.
No. Have 10 minutes. Turn in your Bible, the English version, but of the book of Romans, chapter 1. English version of Romans, chapter 1. See when I tell you I'm going to read it? Right? Read from verse Romans chapter 1. Read from, we are dealing with the guilt of mankind. And put on the glasses. It could be from 16 to 20 or 16 to 18. No, not 16, not from 12. From 12. Let me get it. Romans chapter 1. From 12 to 17. From 16. From 12 or 12 till here. 12, 11, 12. What do I mean? Let me go closer down because of the time. The 17. Read from 18. Let me hear you. Sister Usha. 16. Who have the book? Brother Sammy have the book? Yeah. Read from 16. The power of the gospel. The power of the gospel. Let me see if I could get it here.
I have complete confidence in the gospel. It is.
Oh no, sorry, hold on. I get it. It's chapter 2, from verse 12. Chapter 2, read from verse 12.
The Gentiles do not have the law of Moses.
The Gentiles do not have the law of Moses. Now listen. You know why Paul speak here? Paul was a Roman not by birth. He's a Jew. Right? But he's a citizen of Rome. That's how he was able to get that position he got. And he's now going back to Rome to try to see if he could convince Rome about this gospel. Right? So this is a letter he wrote to the church in Rome that he's coming up here soon. Not so that he know, and he knew after, because in Ephesus he said plainly he's not coming back. He's going to be killed up there. Right? Go ahead.
The Gentiles do not have the law of Moses.
What is the law of Moses?
The commandments.
Right. So what the Bible tell you, Sister Marty? Amen? Not amen. What the Bible tell you? Huh? The Gentiles do not have the law of Moses. And is the law of Moses God law?
Yes.
Right. So you see what I just said earlier on? Right, go ahead.
They sin and are lost apart from the law.
Oh, you understand that? Apart from the law, they are sin and they are law. So when I tell you, be born dead, Now remember, this book was written long after the church started it, right? And it's still saying here that the Gentiles didn't have the law, right? Go ahead.
The Jews have the law. They sin and are judged by the law.
Hold on. So you all understand plainly about this now, and the books were open, the book of Revelation, the books for the law, that was for the Jews, and the book was open, which is born again, which is not a grace, and those names that are not converted. It has nothing to do about the law. But in the books that were open, God judged them according to the things that are written in the law, and you are talking about the Jews. Go ahead.
For it is not by hearing the law that people are put right with God, but by...
Hold on. Could it be more plain than this? I can get up.
This is where it came to say that we just come forth by instinct, by nature.
Okay, go ahead, read it. Go ahead, read it. Let's get it.
But by doing what the law commands. The Gentiles do not have the law, but whenever...
Hold on. You go too fast. The Gentiles, who are we?
Gentiles.
This is why I asked you, when did the law cease and grace came? We never had the law. Not from beginning. Not from beginning. We were born to die, friends. Your forefathers and foremothers. They'll say that to forefathers. Forefathers. Your foremothers. Your forefather. If you're there, your forefather, and I'm a forefather. Go ahead.
The Gentiles do not have the law, but whenever they do by instinct what the law commands, they are their own law, even though they do not have the law.
Hold on. That is why you could understand now why I said, I am not living the law. But yet in me the law living and putting me right. I have a conversion, instinct conversion. I ain't grown no stony ground or grow among thorns. Right away so I could understand this. I said plain, I don't live a Christian life. Because I tried and I failed. But here, this inside of me, instinct will tell you, when you're heading to something wrong, this is wrong. That is why I stayed so long with the food in my hand. And naturally speaking, I was talking true, but without wisdom. Because I opened it and said, I would ask my God to bless it. And I asked him there in front of him, I said, no, it is blessed. And I turned to her and I said, with you, that is toast, that is not blessed. She said, okay. And I ate. I was not wrong naturally. I was wrong by wisdom. You understand? But who tell me to ask my God to pray? Now, if I did think that it have been cursed by this law, this God that she prayed with, that means I would think this God of God. I want you to understand, mommy. But to me, it is not different to the force. It has no power. So all the prayer they pray around this or a cow. I see them praying over a cow, and if you see other people praying and the cow, if you could have seen spiritually, you see a question back for the cow. And they pray, but they have nobody to them, they feel they pray to a cow. I can't believe, I try to think to myself, if I were living in the Christian world, I would say, what's stupidness? So how educated people still like that? Listen, pray to Mary is praying to an idol. Pray to Jesus on a cross. Or pray to a picture of Jesus is praying to an idol. This is a spirit work. Don't you declare to pray to Mary? Hail Mary, pray for us, and you can pray for yourself. Come in the same thing I am in, and you will realize you can pray for yourself. You don't have to have Mary. Mary is waiting on the judgment. She's dead. How she could pray for anybody? Uneducated big doctors and things as Catholics can't understand that. Go ahead.
Their conduct shows that what the law commands is written in their hearts.
Ah! What do you understand what's going on now? Go ahead.
Their consciences also show that this is true. since their thoughts sometimes accuse them of sometimes defend them.
Right. I don't think you got to go any more there. You don't got to go near that one. It is we works, but it's now boy, this is wrong, boy. And if you look at the law, you see why it's wrong. You understand? I close with this. This last night, I wake back up. I was just sleep somewhere after the news, fall to sleep. And I wake up and I see it was just about 10 past 10. So I'm flicking through the TV because still on the morning I came on this station that is a church. It's a station but they're catching the skin to move on and they're moving but the other a lot of pressure. You know that. It's I want it is 7. Station 7. I can't remember but it's one of the stations, Trinidad station. So this guy, while I look at this guy, he resembles Kerry Griffith, my brother's son. So I would look at him, and he was asking some people about, just explain to me, why do you do this and you're a Christian? And he said, well, we got to come at the week so that we obey. No, I'm looking at a Christian. But he has here shave, and a big high pipe to go from right here, and then when he's flipping out of one of the concert women. And my conscience tell me he's doing stupidness. Where did you get that from? Did Marshall one do it? So wait a minute. How come we following them who dead? And we can't bring up our own thing? Why you have to do it and the crowd is full and all of them going the same way? The music will make you think things that you want to do because the beats. But the kind of pretty dance they have, and they have a beat for it, and when you look there in time, some either take it from the drum, or some take it from the drum, some take it from the guitar. They take it different and they dance to the beat. So you can't bring all those same stupidness and expecting people. And if I watch it and I deaf, how could I know that's a gospel? So my instinct tell me they're doing rubbish. And I am right. The animal, I can't see that in the law. Love not the world, not the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of God is not in him. The Bible tells you that. The Bible tells you that. Don't love part of the world. Don't love the world at all. Neither the things that are in the world, don't love it at all. If any man love this, the love of God is not in it. We are pilgrims by our move, by our walk. No, not like this now. Now, but you too holy. Not that I talk about. You're natural. But people watching you, there is something different that they can't pinpoint in you. You're different. So why did you, Mr. Gentleman, when you take the trip just like them? And you have the effect? And the same clothes they wear? And you jump in the same way? Well, I'm glad none of them come out like Michael Jackson because they will not be touched too. Let's face it. Let's face it. You know, you have to dance in your holy for it. You have to do it because they're there. It's wrong. It could never be right. And you put in God, you're calling God name, but when you hear the music, you hear the beat, you look at the dance, it's way off. Your conscience, instinct, telling you that is wrong. Instinct tell the turtle, race to the water, danger of wasting what instinct telling them is strong. The same instinct will tell a Christian, and the instinct really the Holy Ghost, which shall guide us to all truth. I stop for today. I thank God. You know, when I get up early in the morning, I come down early. You have moment to come down. And I come to this place, I tell all you, every time I open that door, I look to see if he's interested in him.
Yeah.
I look in to see if he's sitting on him. And I tell myself, will I run to him or will I be afraid? Will I be afraid of him? You see, that is where you have, that is where the faith and the